Welcome back to another episode of the Ravens Roundup. I am one of 6 co-hosts, Coach Evans, and let's start to bring in our other co-host. First off, we want to shout out. We have one member that has approved PTO, and that's Mikey. That's OTR Mike. So we send shout outs to Mike. We're gonna miss you today, so make sure if you can be back Monday. We shouting you out. So if you won't see Mikey today, but the link to his channel is in the not the comments, in the description. So as we mentioned Mikey, and if he pops up in the chat box, or even if he pops up on the show, make sure you go follow his channel. Great dope content. Hit the link, go over there and follow. We're trying to get his followers up, so go do that. But let's people that are not on PTO, let's bring them in and start. We're gonna start with my man here. Hendo, what's good, my boy?
Not much. How you feeling?
I'm good. How was your weekend?
It was well in yours. I just got a question, Coach. What is unapproved PTO?
What is unapproved? Yeah. Unapproved? I don't know, because this is the first show of the second season. Technically, we officially got a birthday under our belt, so and I don't know. We'll have to discuss that not on stream. So Mikey handling business. So,
real life life.
Right. Life is life for Mikey. So we'll let it go. Next up, the hooper of the crew. The hooper of the crew. What up, Chris?
What's going on, fellas? Happy to be here. Pulling out for my man Mikey. But hopefully we'll see him back here next week.
Most def. Everything's good.
Yeah, everything's good. I mean, I got COVID, but I mean, I'm good besides that.
Good. Hey.
I was sick one day.
Long as you're feeling good.
Yeah, I was sick one day, and that's it. I'm back to normal now, so we good.
Make sure you stay away from Bear Buns and Sammy Sosa over there. Let them keep them away, and then once you get better, bring them back in the fold.
No, they had their last game. They had their last game on Saturday, and I was on the other side of the field, like all masked up and stuff. I wasn't gonna miss that last one. What happened?
I don't know if it's true or not, but they just said Alex Collins died.
Oh yeah, motorcycle accident.
What?
Yeah, he passed away.
28 accident. 28 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Him and Mallet.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Definitely. R.I.P. Alex Collins, man. I've never been on a motorcycle. Don't plan on getting on one. 4-wheel either.
Not at all.
For reasons like that. Not saying I go crazy on them. I'm scared of them, honestly. Bringing in my last crew, our lunch break hot take crew. What up, Jose and B?
What up? Rest in peace, Alex Collins, man. Yeah. I thought you heard about it. That's why I ain't saying anything when
that's the reason I didn't say anything. I thought everybody had heard about it, and I ain't just want to kind of bring it up.
Yeah, they said the third member of that 2017 team, because Gavin Escobar died last year.
Boat accident, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Dang, that's crazy.
Crazy. How was y'all weekend?
That was good. Busy, but good.
Yeah, it's busy. It's been busy since that the meetup. It's been crazy busy, honestly.
We've been getting a lot of feedback on that too. The streets want more.
It's good.
Like soon.
Good.
So
That's good. I'm telling you, what I predicted came true, Jose. The people were like those seniors on the outside looking in. I
Yes.
tried to tell them.
Yes.
I
yes.
tried to tell them. I tried to tell them. I tried to
What's
tell them.
up, Nitro?
What up, Nitro? What up, Nitro? Hey, and for those that don't know, the Wonder Can Show will be here shortly. The
That's
Wonder
right.
Can Show will be here shortly. We if you want to talk about it, we'll let you hit on it for a second.
Well,
Let you hit on it for a second.
Yeah,
We'll hold that for 6 minutes.
We're waiting for the Wonder Kid Show to give his take on that.
Yeah, we'll hold.
You know,
hold
we
that.
got our take.
Yeah, most definitely. So, because what we're gonna kind of talk to him about is offensively. So we're gonna try to run through the defensive stuff real quick before we bring Nitro in, because Nitro and myself and the other fellas, we're gonna kind of talk about offense. So we're gonna try to yes, your PTO was granted, Mike.
I need to get with you to talk about that approval process, because Mike ain't never been denied, and I can't get approved.
Hey, I got denied twice.
Endo.
That's because you ain't got shit to do, Endo. But I'm saying,
hey, anytime you send pictures from the crib, we know you ain't at work. Denied.
Damn.
Mike ain't seen no picture from the crib, so he got to. We don't really know where Mike is, so he kept it incognito, so we don't know where he at.
Right, let me write this down in the book. No pictures.
Noted. But then again, we know what you got beside you too, so your PTO might be approved too. You talked about what's beside you. Your PTO might be approved because you might be throwing hands.
What? Talking about the chalice?
No. There was living beside you. You talked about it.
Oh,
got on.
don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Right. But again, let's toast before we get started. Salute.
Got one for Mikey.
Chris got his water. Salute. This for you, Mikey. Let's get started with this defense. Real quick. Let's start with the DBs. Start with the DBs because we all know what they ain't. Let's just give our takes with the DBs. Anybody can jump in and go from there.
Why is Daryl Worley a safety now?
That's a great question.
Because
he's not a very good corner. He never has been.
Because they did a flip. They took Brandon Stevens and Worley and flipped them.
Look, at this point, we need bodies. Like, I mean, look.
Y'all signed a corner today.
Well, he said it was mutual. Like that he wanted to make the move and the team wanted him to make the move. Now, the team, I don't understand why you would want him to make that move when you look at the depth chart.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. And, like B said, he's not very good, but he's a damn superstar compared to what we have right now. And and he ended the season well last year when he had to go up against the Bengals. So I mean,
that's what I thought.
He's better than what we had on the field Saturday night. So it's just, I don't know, it's just strange. I was thinking about that too, Jose. I don't understand why they made that move.
That's exactly my point, Chris. Like we're not gonna. I mean, we're not getting good at this point, right? Like we're not getting more good corners out there. But I thought he was serviceable, and we need that. And to convert him to safety, like I see Malik B's comment there. It says, he looked great at safety. Where's he going to get in the game? That position is locked up. So now's not the time to experiment with that. Like we need to get corners out there. Let him experiment at corner, right? Let him try to improve at corner and be the best corner he could possibly be. I mean, you got Brandon Stevens out there. He's still looking a little lost. But again, you go from running back to cornerback to safety. I mean, what are you expecting? I think they are wasting some valuable time trying to shore up the depth at cornerback there.
My thing is if Marlowe goes down, it don't matter who we got, we in trouble.
Yeah,
it's Marlowe and Kelly. What was the star of the Bad News Bears? Kelly Luck or whatever. When we watch bad. No. Who were the Bad News Bears? It's Marlon and the rest of that crew.
Marlon and the Pips.
Right.
Right.
Because it's rough. it's rough back there. Even though Caillou play okay versus people that's gonna be shopping and bagging groceries at Kroger's in 3 weeks. He may be bagging groceries at Kroger's in 3 weeks, but it's rough, man.
They got to give him more run too. Like it's
right. He ain't played till late in the fourth.
Yeah, like I don't understand why you have who was 33.
Swan.
Oh man,
why do you have Swan? I mean, I'm all right. I get he probably earned it in practice, but still, like you drafted this dude and you want to see what he has, so throw him in the fire. I mean, what can you like? What do you have to lose? It's preseason,
right? And for me, Worley earned a little respect from me last year. He did. He did. Worley earned a little respect from me last year, and I don't think he played bad Saturday, but I would like to see him just stay at corner. Yeah. Maybe he's lost because Worley's an older guy, right?
A little bit.
Maybe he's lost a step. Yeah. Maybe he's losing a step, and they want to switch him to safety to help out.
Brandon Carr, kind of like that.
Maybe that's the reason. And if that's the case,
28. He was never fleet of foot to begin with.
So if that's the case, I understand that. Kind of like how Wilson transitioned later on in his career. I understand that, but still, we just snake bit at corner. No matter who we sign, how many people we sign, we just snake bit. They can't stay healthy.
Is that fair though? They say snake bit at corner because have you actually tried?
Yeah, who's healthy? Marcus Peters.
Wow,
he's healthy.
What are we at? 11:45. Wow,
I agree.
I applaud you. I applaud you for holding it in that long. Because Marcus Peters ain't the problem. Not signing Marcus Peters ain't the problem. Maybe don't pay $100 million to an interior linebacker and you can sign Darius Slay. How about that?
I was going to say don't pay $70 million to a safety.
Maybe don't do that either.
Took you 12 minutes to pull out Darius Slay, huh?
Yeah, maybe don't get a 15 pick on a safety.
12 minutes to pull out Darius Slay.
Well, but listen. This is where we're going to have to hold it down. I mean, we talking about Marlon, but our safeties is where we invested. So, I mean, they're going to have to be the strength of that secondary. And, hopefully Marlon stays healthy, but if he doesn't, I still have high, the expectation has to be high because that's where we put the money, right? Mm-hmm. They're saying cornerbacks aren't as valuable to this team. It's the safeties and it's linebackers. So I expect a lot from Marcus Williams. I expect a lot from Kyle Hamilton. I expect a lot, obviously, from Roquan. They've been playing at a high level, but if anything happens with the cornerbacks, I don't care.
Don't even worry about it, man. You call up Carolina. We got C.J. Henderson for you for a 3rd round pick. He'll get you right.
No.
It's better than what
Didn't you give up a 3rd round pick for him?
Sure did.
And he's not working on, is he?
If he's going to get you right, we got to get right in the trade too. Is what I'm saying.
So we just send over Charlie Kohler.
I mean, I'll take
upgrade.
Who the other guy that fumbled? The other fumbler.
Coach, it was one fumble.
Wow. Low standards in Baltimore,
huh? I do want to talk about somebody who actually did well though. Kayvon Seymour. I thought he played well.
That's 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played well. So at least there was one that showed up and was able to make some plays.
That's true.
That shit was a lie. You see him in real games. you know not to expect that in a month or so.
Hey, we guarded. We talk about this game,
right?
We talk about
all you can do is guard the guys that played Saturday.
Coach.
That's it. Yeah.
Listen. Yeah. You said that in your video last night, and I was like, "Yeah, Coach, you're right. Like he can only block the people they put in front of him."
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. I mean, I was going to make a general statement about
Go ahead.
I was thinking, you're right. You can only play the guy that they put in front of you. Mm-hmm. But then I was thinking later on that evening was, well, guess what? If you played better and were a starter, you wouldn't be on the field playing anybody right now. So,
I'll say this about corners. Like, how many teams have like really good corners on both sides?
It's about 7. It's about 7 out of 32 teams.
I think most teams fan bases talk about their corners as the way we're talking about corners right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only That's the only bright spot I could say about our secondary
I'll say
or about our
you know,
cornerbacks.
Most teams don't have really good corners on both sides, but most teams also don't go from really good to trash right down the depth chart. I think that the guys will step up for Baltimore. I don't think it's I don't think it's as big a issue as we're making it out to be right now. I think
we're
going to be fine. Yeah. You know, and you know their depth guys will be okay, but you know right now it doesn't look good.
Right. All right, let's slide down a little bit to linebackers. The guy that really showed out to me early in the game was Malik. And then later on in the game, or like the middle part of the game, was 53, which is
Delshon.
So I think we had some pretty decent interior linebacker play, you know, definitely in spurts. Edge play, if we want to count, well, I count them with D-line, so we just stick with the interior guys. I was fine with how Malik played early, how Delshon kind of played toward the middle, and then toward the end, the middle linebacker play was kind of, I don't want to say missing, but there were no like splash plays. But I didn't see where like nobody was just straight messing up. So to me, the middle linebacker play was okay throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see Delshon start the next one because I thought he played great, like just you know in coverage and then just taking on offensive linemen too. Like I thought he played a phenomenal game, and that's just been carrying over to what you hear during camp reports. Is you know he's getting picks in camp, you know he's all over the place according to the reports. So you know when you see it translate from the reports, because that's one thing we know those training camp warriors. Who, you know, every year he's doing great, he's doing this, he's doing that. But for him to have that and take it and translate it to the game on the field on Saturday, that was good to see. So I think, you know, I think what's Josh or John? I always get it confused. The Ross from Michigan,
Josh Ross.
Number 51. He's on notice because Delshon, he's looking like he's going to have a stranglehold on that spot.
Strong special teamer.
Who was that?
Strong that too. That too, Hendo. Yep. That's how he made his bones is special team. So now, you know, he's already proven himself special team wise, and now he's playing well on the field in actual defensive situations. So it's like, damn, that's the kind of progression that you want to see from a dude like that.
Sure. Maybe we don't need somebody else.
Who would that somebody else be?
I'm just saying, maybe you know we can get a corner in the trade.
Oh, I was just asking.
You know, they want thousand inside linebackers. You know, trade one of them, get a corner. Because a lot of teams have great corner, have one good cornerback and a semi-decent second one. For the most part, we have a good one and a bunch of dudes. Like everybody's hurt. We signed Rocket in. I don't know what's going on with him because John Harbaugh just, you know, refuses to say much about it. But the inside linebacker play, the inside linebacker play was pretty decent. Like I thought that they did very well. You know, the moment wasn't too big for them. I'm more interested in seeing what's going to happen in this second game because that's when I think the starters are actually going to come out and play a little bit.
Actually, Hendo, I'm interested, and I know we won't get to see it. I'm more interested in seeing what happened tomorrow and the next day.
Oh,
well, I'm more interested in hearing about what happens tomorrow and the next day. That's when the starters are gonna play. Now, I don't know if they're gonna play in the game, but they're going to practice tomorrow and Wednesday. And I don't know how much they're gonna play in the game, but Harbaugh said he pretty much said like the backup guys
they got to play.
No, they don't have to play. They don't have to play.
Okay. I mean, they don't.
I would think they would want to get the actual starters out there, you know, and
in a real game.
Running the new offense at least a little bit.
That don't feed into zagging playbook.
It feeds into not starting 1-4 because your offense can't get going.
Right.
I mean, I don't think that a team with Lamar is going to do that, but regardless, you know. So
I think they're going to be overly cautious this year about staying healthy.
Which I can understand Odell not playing, but I would think Lamar and Bateman and Zay getting out there more and just
I want to see Odell out there. Odell's had a whole year to rest to heal up
and a half.
Yeah,
Odell on that load management, man. You need him in 2024.
Oh, they on that Kawhi Leonard playing, boy.
Hey, I'll take it.
You still need to get that timing down, though. I mean,
yeah.
Well, we'll tomorrow. See. This week will tell a lot, including the game, because the game is Monday, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Monday.
So this week was so we doing joint practice with them tomorrow, which is Tuesday.
Tomorrow and Wednesday.
Then we turn around and play them Monday. Yeah, this whole week will tell a lot. This is an interesting week in Ravens personnel stuff. This is a big week. Anybody else want to hit on before we slide down to the D line?
That's a question. What time is the game?
I'm assuming night. Since it's Monday, I'm assuming
the game is
8 o'clock.
Monday, 8 o'clock.
Because how are people gonna be able to watch the game if they watching us?
Let's just say we're going to have approved PTO for everybody. I'll be here watching the game.
Okay.
But we're gonna have a watch party. If y'all want to come with me, so be it. If not, you don't have to. But I'll be here watching the game.
There you go.
So that's you're invited to come. You guys are welcome to come have a watch party with me. If you don't, I understand. But if you want to have approved PTO, so be it.
The last time I came to your watch party, that sparked the whole debate about the Ravens wide receiver core, where they were ranked, and we got into that big debate about the Packers wide receiver core. We didn't get into a debate. Us and some people in the chat got into it.
And then they never came back.
No didn't. Because we were right.
Chris was there too, right? Weren't you there, Chris?
Because shortly after that, Christian Watson went off, didn't it?
Didn't he?
Yes. I think it might have been the next day.
For 8 consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so let's talk
Never
about the
found
D-line.
that breakout for DeMarcus Robinson, though.
Right. The D line. A lot of 3 D linemen didn't play. Let's see, Matabike didn't play, Pierce didn't play, and the guy that signed the big contract, Washington didn't play.
Broderick,
yeah. Travis Jones played, had some decent pressure, but didn't really make an impact. Like he blew some people off the ball, but didn't make an impact on the plays. Appreciate you. I think that says HD just described. I appreciate it. Thank you. So he dominated some plays, but they weren't impactful plays. Urban did urban things, and other guys were just out there. I didn't like the play of 95. I didn't like him before. I really don't like him now. But that's you. Go ahead.
Who's 95?
The guy from Old
Davis Robinson.
Like
the dude just dove in air. He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes. The ball carrier was going for the goal line. He closed his eyes and dove this way and went to nothing. Like, dude.
I'm gonna tell y'all like Mike. Y'all had 2 years of grace for Patrick Queen. Y'all need to back up off of Tavius. All right, give him a chance.
I don't know who that is.
I don't care.
I think personally, I think they're misusing him. Personally, I don't think he's an outside linebacker. I think him with his hand not in the dirt, I think you're doing him a disservice.
But it wasn't dirt, Chris. They didn't.
No. But they did. They had some plays where they slid him up, and they even had some plays where he dropped in the coverage too. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit one bit.
But you trying to figure out what the hell this kid can do.
But yeah, that's a good point. Is if you're gonna tinker with some stuff, I mean, now game time is the best time to do it. But I do think he's a guy that, like, once I watch his tape, I feel like if he put on like about 15 more pounds, he'd be one of those guys who could play, 4, maybe even sometimes kick in 3 tech on rush downs. But right now he might be a little bit too light in the pants for that. So I get what they're doing. It's just I think it's going to be a steep learning curve for him this first year, and just getting that grown man weight on that he needs to do, because in Canada they don't, they don't got the same kind of
heft.
Yeah, kind of heft that the kids have in the U.S.
Dude, Malik, was it Malik Ham? Yeah,
Baltimore City College.
Oh, that's where he played.
Baltimore
Yeah, he gave me Dwight Freeney flashback with that.
He did have a nasty spin move.
That spin move. I was like, I recognize that.
Then he turned into Justin Houston.
Wait. I want to say this because I don't think she's here right now.
Wow.
But she was here when I wanted to say it the first time.
She's here.
God dog, I can't say it right now.
Say it.
This is your channel, Coach.
I know, but I try to keep the
What you gonna say? Malik Ham gonna take away place? Is that what you about to say?
No, I didn't. I wasn't gonna say Malik Ham was gonna take his place, but I want Malik Ham to teach Odafe that move. Because if
we promised he was gonna learn a move,
I heard.
Wait. If Odafe can put that in his package, that would change his game.
3.5 sacks.
No, it would go to 6.2 sacks.
To be fair, wouldn't
if Odafe can, but for real though, if because of how fast he is, and because of how he goes on the edge, if he could put that spin move, because people overcompensate because of how fast he goes around the edge. If he can put that spin move in his package, I promise you that'll add 5 to 7 sacks to his game, and he'll go from 2 sacks to 9.
But he came out and said he's a bull rusher this year,
which is BS.
Yeah, man.
Quickness is his game.
That is a confused young man.
Which is BS. So,
first round pick.
That ain't on him.
What he claims.
That is true.
He is.
But listen, Malik Ham was the 9th overall pick of the USFL draft.
Oh, I was gonna say what?
of the USFL draft. Pittsburgh took him. So he is a top 10 pick. So he could teach Odafe a couple things.
Yeah.
Maybe Ojabo.
Well, we'll see what he does in this game, because we know always gonna be playing.
Top 10 pick, huh?
In the USFL, yeah.
So it was Clowney or no? I was gonna say that, but Agent E beat me to it. Do we bring Clowney back?
Hell yeah.
Well, ask Clowney. We made him offer.
Yeah, he went to visit somebody else.
In Jacksonville, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me offer this to you: Clowney or Van Noy?
Clowney.
How's Tyus?
And I was just gonna say they asked Harbaugh about Tyus, and he said they're not ruling out week 1 yet.
He'll be back week 6.
Yeah, we're gonna rule it out next week.
Week 6.
Yeah, if Tyus is healthy, then I'll go Clowney. But if Tyus is messed up, I'm gonna go with Van Noy.
Because I think Tyus and Van Noy are the same type player. I think Clowney is a different type player than Van Noy and than Van Noy and Tyus. So we'll see. We'll see.
Like, people forget Clowney had 9.5 sacks 2 years ago. Like, people forget that. They think that he's just a bust and he doesn't get sacks. In the right system, I think he could play a little bit better. Joe Wood's system really didn't fit him, and they kind of had a falling out. They didn't play him as much last season, and he got a little bit hurt. But I just think that he's a lot better player than people give him credit for. And I think that he can do some things for us. Like, we don't really need him to rush the passer because we have David Super Ojabo for that. So let him come in, put some pressure on. Listen, I did a stream where it showed his rankings where he would be on the team. And he was either first in most categories or second as far as run grade,
I saw that.
pass rush percentage, and all that stuff. He would be top 3 in every category on our team. And we want to turn our nose up at him like, we don't need him. Yeah, we do. Because we don't have a secondary right now that can actually cover. So we need to start getting pressure on the quarterback. I know everybody's like, week 1, CJ Stroud. But after that, we got a gauntlet.
Yep.
And if we can't get pressure on those quarterbacks, they're going to eat CB 2, 3, 4, and 5 alive.
Week 3 we don't, but after that we do.
I see Cloud's comment there. Shout out to you, Cloud. He says Clowney. He said Clowney is a jobbo. We don't know what a jobbo is.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We know he can't set that age.
We hope Ojabo is Clowney. Right? Yeah. We hope. We even believe he can be, but we don't know for sure. And that's the issue here, right? We gotta get people that we know can play.
Now, this is the comment I like right here. Clowney just want to play check. He played us once, and now he playing us again. Amen to that.
Who doesn't?
Know what I'm saying? Not the paycheck part.
Yeah.
The playing us. The bouncing and trying to trying to up his value.
We did to ourselves.
Y'all play yourself.
We're never serious about making real offers. So of course players are just I
forgot about them. How them offers go, Jose?
how much
go?
Yeah, how much you want? Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, we were interested, but he said he wanted some money, so we couldn't help him out.
But I mean, also you look at it like this: he wouldn't be able to play us if we signed Unique Ngakoue, we signed Leonard Floyd. If we signed a bunch of guys earlier in the process, we wouldn't be in this predicament to have to bid on the last two remaining outside linebacker edges out there on the field. We put ourselves in these predicaments.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who we gonna sign. I'm gonna tell you who we gonna end up signing. Melvin Ingram.
Probably
end up with watch.
Week 3 though.
We're gonna end up with Melvin Ingram or with JPP again.
And JPP, yeah. Both of them.
Watch. Right. Yeah. We're gonna end up with both of them on $65,000 deals.
Yeah.
All right, let's flip sides real quick. We got Nitro waiting on us. He's in the cut, so let's flip sides so we can. And we got Brian watching the clock for me, so I see him keep peeping at the time.
Clock's ticking.
So we're gonna end with O-line because that's what Nitro's here for. We're gonna end with O-line. We're gonna start with quarterback. Start with quarterbacks. Snoop, Josh Johnson, and AB. Snoop came in, had a good drive, kind of tweaked his hamstring a little bit. And I don't really have much to say about the quarterbacks other than the fact that some people in the flock at one point thought Anthony Brown was better than Snoop, and I'll let you guys take the rest.
Well, some people in the flock also said that Tyler Huntley was better than Lamar Jackson. So
facts.
That don't mean nothing right there. But
everybody's all prepared for Tyler Huntley to be the starting quarterback this year.
Yeah. We don't need Lamar. We got Tyler Huntley. But I will say Tyler Huntley looked good. Like he came in the third quarter and gave the team a spark. He went right down the field, and his touchdown pass to Devin. Was it Devin Duvernay? He threw it to, or was it Tylen?
He threw it to Tylen.
He threw it to Tylen.
You know, Chris wasn't gonna let that slide.
No, but Tyler Huntley looked good. Josh Johnson, he played the whole first half and had similar numbers to Huntley, so he's garbage. Anthony Brown came in and threw that interception and almost lost us a game.
Almost lost shit again, man.
I think overall they look solid. They look solid. I think the offense executed well throughout the night, which I guess that bodes well for the offense a little bit. It seems like everybody's on the same page. It seems like they practice passing.
Right.
They didn't look confused out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll give them some props. I mean, obviously you're not gonna see spectacular quarterback play from them, but I didn't think they looked bad.
Right. And I didn't realize Josh Johnson was almost freaking 40.
Yeah.
He's played for nearly every team in the league.
14
teams, 4 leagues.
Twice or 3 times.
14 teams, 4 leagues. Crazy.
Yeah, I thought Huntley came in and he provided a spark right away once he came in. It looked like a completely different offense because when Josh Johnson was in there, it was looking a little rough. Outside of that back shoulder throw that he had to do for the touchdown, he did not look that great at all. But once Snoop came in, he used his legs. He was able to, and they weren't design runs. They were just things broke down, and he was able to just use his feet and not run into a brick wall like we know Snoop likes to do. So he was able to get down, and he had some great throws too. That one to wide receiver 1, Tylen, that was a beautiful throw to keep it on the outside shoulder.
Wide receiver who?
1.
Oh,
wide receiver 1.
Wide receiver 1. Okay. Definitely. If you said wide receiver 5, I might agree.
Wide receiver 1, like best available after cuts.
Y'all ain't let me finish. Wide receiver 1 in my heart.
Right.
But but shout out to Snoop, man. I thought he played very well, poised, under control. It looked like he had a good grasp of the offense too. Like he was making his reads. It wasn't just one read and throw in or one read and running. He was able to go through his progressions and find those third, fourth options. So I thought he looked fantastic.
I did too. I agree. Tight ends and receivers. I'm gonna just for me. My dog probably didn't play himself out of a job. I'll say that. Prochet's probably out of there. Likely looked his normal self. Sean Ryan surprised me. Wallace looked like OSU Wallace. That's about all I got for receivers. Oh, Kolar looked stiff as a board.
Yeah, he looked like Kolar.
His game is more cerebral, Coach.
Academic All-American.
He knows where to be on the field.
Wait till somebody forgets to play, then you'll see him shine. No, you're supposed to line up right there.
Hey, cut it out, Justin P. We don't need that slander. We don't need this slander over here. If I'm a slander, let me slander my dude. All right.
Do we think he can make the defenders? They were pretty good.
All right, Brian.
I'm not sure he could.
That's enough.
I'm not sure.
That's enough, Brian.
I think I'll say this about Prochet. I think he's better than what he's showing right now. He's been through a lot.
Hey, you all what you put on tape, Jose?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you, but you are what you put on tape. I gotta keep it 100. And as much as I hate to say that, when he dropped that ball, I tried to poker face because I was on the stream. My heart ball fell on the ground,
but
boy.
Everybody's saying he never got opportunity. They giving him every opportunity right now.
He getting it now.
He getting every opportunity.
Hey, and as we used to say, and when I played baseball in high school and college, you pissing down your leg.
Mm-hmm. Coach, you should have saw me when he caught that second punt and he kind of broke a tackle. I was like, yes. He made somebody fumble. Never mind. He's gone. He sealed his own fate.
Right. And when he got up and ran, and he probably should just kept running down the tunnel. And when he didn't practice today, I was like, man, they cut my dog already.
But you never know though, Coach. Like if he's one of Harbaugh's favorites, because I'm sure like they're gonna try to find a way to keep Pat Ricard around.
Right.
They may find a way to keep him around. Like you never know.
When you see him on injury reserve next week.
Facts.
Yeah, he's a security blanket.
Isn't he hurt? Isn't he supposed to be hurt though?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, hurt.
Yeah.
Harbaugh said he was hurt, but I think it's mental and physical.
His pride hurt.
It's mental and physical.
Lower leg injury.
Right.
Lower leg injury.
Soft tissue, something,
Soft tissue, yeah.
Hey man,
did you tell the man he was on the screen, or you just brought it in?
That's why I clicked. I waited till he looked down when I clicked it.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what's good?
What's good, man? What's good?
Not much, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
What offensively? Don't talk about O-line yet, because that's what we talking about. But as far as receivers and quarterbacks, what are your 2 cents on what you saw?
Prochet needs to go.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Proper introduction. For those that don't know, it is Nitro, the Wonderkin show. Very funny, animated individual this will be your second season covering the Ravens. This will be your second or third?
Yeah, second.
Second season covering the Ravens. If you don't know, he was blessed to do something that a lot of professional reporters can't do. Got a exclusive sit down with Lamar. Lamar blessed him. He was able to go to a restaurant, sit down with Lamar, and have a personal conversation, and was able to put it on his channel and whatnot. And his channel has grown from that. Drops a video or 2 every day. So go check him out. The channel is the Wonderkin Show. It's Wonderkin Show, right?
Yeah.
On Twitter, it's Nitro, right? It's
Nitro _Quantum. Yeah.
Yeah. And then interesting follow. And one of the funnier episodes was, I think, one of your highlight shows when you brought in Whitro.
Yeah, that guy's crazy, man.
Go check out one of that episode. But again, welcome Nitro to the show, and we brought him on because and I'll tell you how it went before we get into it. He our matter of fact, the reason he's here is kind of the reason these other guys are here, but with a different person. We had a disagreement about James Prochet, which led to this, and we got a kind of disagreement about Ben Cleveland, which we're gonna get into in a second. But that's kind of how Nitro is here. But before we get into Ben Cleveland, now I want to get your 2 cents on how or what you saw offensively outside of offensive line play, and do you like what you saw from everybody else, or do you dislike what you saw offensively from Saturday?
I think the only positive thing from the offense was Snoop. Personally, I mean, he came out absolutely electrifying, started throwing. It actually looked like he could play. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I was surprised, and he looked extremely comfortable too. Like, I was looking at him like, man, the ball's jumping out his hands. He ain't trying to run every time. And then I saw one of the plays where he looked off his first read, went down his second, and went back to the first again. I was like, okay. So big shout outs to Snoop. But he got a little dinged up, as did Prochet, who's not practicing. Hopefully they can bring him on the defense. Maybe they can try him out at corner.
Who, Prochet?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit, he washed.
Listen, man, our cornerback room is horrible, bro.
So you want to get slower?
Listen, man. Listen, I take anything I can get at this point. You saw what we got to work with back there.
Yeah, shoot. Much as I like that individual, when you put the ball on the ground, in football, dropping the ball at running back or receiver ain't no excuse for it. You can't. It's a death wish at football.
It's because it's hardball too. We know how he feels about special teams.
We already know. What's the guy that got sent to the shadow realm that played running back?
Tyson Williams.
And that was fumbling on offense. Right. This man fumbled on special teams. Right. Yeah, Prochet gone.
Yeah. So let's kind of
say a prayer. Oh.
No, let's get to the nitty gritty of why we're here. So if you don't know, me and Nitro did a video about Ben Cleveland. We actually both did videos about Ben Cleveland.
Yes, I did.
Polar opposites. Mm-hmm. Nitro, he talked about Ben Cleveland, and the word that struck me and made me want to bring him on. It was one word that came out. It was putrid. That was the word he used. That, and I was actually driving my car listening. When he said putrid, I was like, what? I swear to what? And so when I got to where I was, I texted. I forgot what I put, and I was like, "Man, did you watch the game?" Because I was like, "That ain't what I saw." And so
I live streamed it,
and I charted. So matter of fact, I probably should put the chart up there first before we go to the film. I got this chart, and I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Let me close this. I charted all 40. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Make it a little bigger. So I charted all. No, that's Salah. I'm giving away my stuff for tomorrow. Don't do that either. All right. So here we go. There we go. That's big enough. All right. So I charted all 48 plays. And so you can kind of see, I kind of gave myself a little summary of what he did. Mm-hmm. And he had my notes here.
I believe you said 30. What was it? 38 good plays, 5 balance. Something like that.
So he had 48 plays. He had 5 plays that I didn't grade because he pass pro, and it was really nothing for him to do. So I didn't grade that. I didn't want to give him a positive play, and he did nothing. So he had 43 graded plays, 5 negative plays. So in the video, in the clips that I got, and which are the same clips from the video, because I didn't want to go back and re-download the other stuff because the site I was getting them from was tripping. But I do have two negative plays in those clips, and we'll talk about those too. And I got the other 8 plays. We're not gonna do them all. We're definitely gonna do those 2 negative plays and talk about a couple of the positive plays. But I got him at an 88. And again, I don't know the technique that Joe D is teaching him. I don't, because when you do offensive line grades, you do alignment, assignment. It's about 5 different things. But unless you know exactly, for me, unless you know exactly what Joe D is teaching, I don't feel like you can do all, because you don't know the angle of the steps and all that different stuff. So you gotta go off of what you know and what you can see. So I got him at an 88. And then when I saw Ken McCuse's grade, who I trust Ken's grading because I've actually seen him do it in person at games. And he had been Cleveland graded fairly high too. And then so I graded Salah today too, which I almost get it away. And his grade with Salah kind of goes in line with what I got graded Salah at, which I ain't gonna give it away. But if you want to see it, you can go look at Ken's stuff on his page. So his grade and my grade kind of go in line. So I got being at 88. Let's kind of go to the film on that. You got being at putrid, correct?
Putrid. Sickening.
Okay, so let's try to find some of this sickening. Let me get this.
Yeah, let's go.
Get this out the way. Come on, Mouse. Don't do me like that. There's people here. You got company. There we go. So you can see this. Everybody see this?
Yep.
Good? All right. So do you want to go to the Jalen Carter one first?
No. We already know he was putrid on that one. Let's go to the other ones.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Double team.
Double team.
Back.
Arm comes out. Yep.
So he blocking 2 people right there. Almost by himself.
It's kind of a hole, but it's okay.
Right.
He got held with the double team.
He blocking 2 people by himself.
But he took the other one
grabbed the
out.
second one. He grabbed the second one.
He holding the second one, but it's okay.
Listen,
They ain't throw a flag.
I don't care.
It's holding on every play.
There you
Oh, you
go.
can call
There you
holding
go.
on every O-line play.
Yeah, because they say it's only holding if they call it. So
Yeah.
that's fair. But you know,
And the thing is, the reason I talked about it in the video, the reason I feel like he's holding, because 61 should be hip to hip, and he never gets hip to hip. You're not supposed to come off of the double team until your guy gets hip to hip with you. This butthole right here never gets hip to hip, so he don't come off. But he knows he got to get to this dude.
Sam Mustafa got a very uncomfortable looking face.
So I have a question. And this is off the subject. Is he close to UA Derek White? Chris?
Nah. That's you talking about different tiers now.
Do you know who UA Derek White is? Nitro?
no.
That Derek White that plays for the
Celtics.
The Celtics.
Oh, the guy with the big forehead, the hairline back here.
Yes. And
Gotcha.
UA is
The Stephen
Ugly
A.
ass.
Ugly butt.
Ugly
butt Derek White. It just replaced butt with an A word.
It's because of that headband, bro. He needs to just.
But he bald now.
Yeah, he shaved his
He
head.
cut it off. He finally cut it off.
He heard
Yeah,
y'all.
he's bald. All right, let's go to the next.
He heard Chris.
So putrid or no on that one?
I'm indifferent on the last one, double team. I didn't feel like he did anything special. In a regular game, that probably would have been called as a hold. And yeah. So, this is special. This is
these are
preseason.
refs. These refs working like they're getting graded for regular season games. So they're calling the refs are calling this like regular season because they get graded to try to get in regular season games. So there's no we gonna call this differently for the refs because they're trying out to try to get just like in a regular season they get graded to try to get to the playoffs. These are refs trying to get graded to get regular season games. So there is no I'm trying to call it any different. These are real games for the refs. So they're trying to get regular season checks.
So at the beginning of every season, we see how bad the refereeing is, right? At the beginning of every single season. So I'm not saying specifically that they're doing it purposely, but this is the preseason. We all know this. Certain things are called, certain plays aren't. People are going, full speed, but not totally full speed in this. So, and plays are not all the way drawn out. Like this is vanilla. So, I give them whatever.
Play is vanilla?
Yeah. They're not calling full on plays. They're not trying to give anything to the other teams. This is a vanilla play.
The action is not vanilla, Nitro. These guys trying to win jobs.
I'm
the
not
play
saying
calling. The play calling.
That's
may
what
be
I'm
vanilla.
saying. That's why I just said the play.
The actual the violence
vanilla.
of the play is not vanilla. These guys trying to win jobs. These guys going full out because they don't want to get cut because they trying to make a living.
So let me ask something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, this for everybody. Like, how many? Because Coach, you said he had 5 bad plays. Right? How many bad plays are acceptable by an O lineman? Because typically they're going to win most of their blocks, right? But what's the cutoff of bad blocks before you say he had a bad game?
Typically, you want a 80 or above when you grade. Okay. Typically, you want an 80 or above.
Okay.
Typically.
All right.
Anything under that, if you're in the 70s, you kind of looking at them funny. And anything under that, you probably about to lose your job.
Right.
But typically, you want in the 80s and above. If you pushing 92, 93, you had a heck of a game.
Right. Because I've heard Kim McCusick give a couple of good grades to Villanueva when he was playing, and I'm like,
this is true.
Now I saw a lot of his grades. He gave him a lot of Fs too, but the games that he gave him solid grades, I'm like, nah, he played bad in that game too, right? Because most of these linemen get the majority of the blocks, but like it's the blocks that they miss, like the really bad ones. That stick out to me more. So it's like, I don't care if I'm not saying necessarily for Ben Cleveland, but I'm saying like if those 5 missed blocks were for sacks, that's a problem.
Yeah, can I say something? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I laugh at the stuff with Ben Cleveland because it's up the middle. Most of the pressure is going to come, and we all know as a quarterback that's the worst place for pressure to come from. Because you can't step up into the pocket. When he does and he misses, it's a free hit on Lamar or our QBs. We've already seen this man get injured. How many consecutive seasons because of the O-line? Is it 3?
2?
No. He was knocked out of that playoff game because of the O-line also.
That wasn't in the pocket. That was out of the pocket.
That was a bad snap.
Yeah.
O-line still. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm looking at it saying the plays that he's giving up, he's allowing a straight line path to our quarterback.
Okay.
And we already know the the refs who are practicing, right, don't seem to like the proper calls when it comes to our QB. He lets them hit him low, high, low, get late, and everything else. So if I'm grading him strict because he hasn't shown me anything. Okay. If he's making great strides, he's been here long enough that the stride should be showing in preseason. And I'm not seeing that's like, oh yeah, he's playing great. He deserves to be on. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not even going to hold it in no more. I got connections with the team saying that they're trying to get tape with him now. They're letting him get run so they can trade him. They're trying to find a trade potential to get him off the team.
Okay, let me ask you this: Have you seen Salah? Did you watch Salah?
I saw some of him, but I was more, what I'm saying, I wasn't really
Since you're not holding it in, I'm not holding it in. That motherfucker sucks. Straight like that.
Okay. All right.
On my books, he got an F.
Okay.
He got an F.
How many? Okay.
Trash. That's the person that's going to get Lamar hurt. Now I can't speak on Simpson yet because I hadn't watched Simpson, so I can't say Simpson good, bad, or indifferent because I have not watched that fella yet. So you don't speak on what you don't know. But Salah, I watched every snap. I got the numbers in front of me, but I ain't gonna put it out there yet until I do the video. But he sucks.
This is true.
And I put a tweet out there alluding to what I saw. Number 95 for the Eagles. I don't know his name. He was doing the same move on Salah. The same move. And Salah could not adjust to it.
But that doesn't go against anything that I said. I said our O-line sucks.
We talking about being Cleveland.
But I talked about
for being Cleveland.
Okay, but I'm saying
Cleveland
entirely
is 3 times better than Salah. Salah couldn't even anchor.
But in its entirety, our O-line stinks.
But
in its entirety, you have one solid, or you could say 2 with Linderbaum, right?
We talking about being Cleveland, though, Nitro.
Somewhere.
We talking about being Cleveland.
But
being Cleveland, being Cleveland is not getting the opportunity to play left guard because they putting Salah and Simpson over there. Salah is getting first team reps. Ben Cleveland is not getting the option. You said Ben Cleveland should be. You said he's putrid. You said he should be off the team when the other option is Salah. Now Salah may be good 2, 3, 4 years from now, but we're in our Super Bowl window right now. Salah cannot help us right now.
So, like I originally said, Cleveland is horrible. And during the practice tapes that I'm getting also, he's horrible. There's a reason he's not getting the first team reps. I can't show it to you. I'm not. I like I said before, I can't show certain things because if I would, I would have showed it on my channel.
So all right, look, hold on. So we going by this game, right? That's what we're going on, right? We're going by this game.
Keep going.
So this game, he had a good game. He probably had the best game out of any offensive lineman. That's what my eyes saw. He had the best game out of any offensive lineman. Now that bar is not high, but also I'm not going to discredit him because he did have a good game. We've seen this with Ben Powers, where Ben Powers is trash. And then Ben Powers takes a step. And now Ben Powers is one of the highest paid guards in the league. I'm not saying that this is going to happen with Ben Cleveland. But what I'm saying is give credit where credit is due. If you have a good game, then you have a good game. It shouldn't be, you have, a couple clips and then that's his whole game in its entirety. I mean, you could do that with almost any offensive lineman.
Because you're saying that based off what you hear or what you're hiding. You're not saying that based off what you saw. And you made it seem like in the video you're saying that. Oh, hold on, let me finish. You're saying let me finish. Your video, which is the one I watched, you made it seem like because of what you watched Saturday, Ben Cleveland was putrid. You didn't mention whatever video you have in the cut or what somebody sent you. You made it seem like because of what you watched Saturday, Ben Cleveland did not deserve to be there, that he is horrible, that he's lower than trash. That's what came off in the video. That's why I was so shocked. And that's why I offered what I offered. Now, we hadn't watched but 3 plays. I haven't seen putrid. And I've been around O-line play for 25 years.
So, like
and
I
even
said
what
before,
you said on these 3 plays, that is not putrid. We can keep going. I want to keep going. If you got time.
We can keep going. I got time. We can keep going.
Next. Oh, now you don't want to. Oh, there we go. Pass pro, anchor, pancake.
Was he playing right tackle right there?
Right guard. I highlighted it for you.
I see.
Okay, that wasn't a bad one.
Pass pro, anchor, pancake.
That wasn't a pancake, but okay.
What is it then?
The defender slipped. The defender slipped, and he straight up slipped.
Now, Nitro, I didn't see the video. Are you saying he had a bad game? Or are you just saying he's bad in general?
I said that he not only does he have a bad game, he has not shown any strides of getting any better. That's specifically what I said.
I can meet you halfway there on that because listen, I'm indifferent on Ben Cleveland, right? He hasn't looked good up until this point, but the trend. I mean, this has been a trend recently where we have linemen that don't look good for the majority of the time they're here until they hit that last year, and all of a sudden they know how to play, right? We already mentioned Ben Powers last year. It was Bradley Bozeman before that, right? And I get the pessimism, right? Yeah, B. I get the pessimism, man, because this is how we draft, and I agree. To me, he hasn't shown anything, but I do think he did have a solid game in this game. Now, was that the first snap where he got blown off the line?
Third. About where he got beat like bad. That was the third snap. It's gonna be the last play in this clip, but it was the third snap.
When you start out that way against a starter, that doesn't look good. All right, it leaves a bad impression. I can get where Nitro will say, yeah, he looked terrible because that's against. I mean, now dude's a beast, right? He did it to a lot of people.
So I have a question, right? Because let's since we're going there, let's go there. He's going against backups for the most of this, correct? Am I right or wrong on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's not showing anything great against the guys that probably, like you said earlier, will be bagging Kroger groceries, right or wrong. True. And he's supposed to be the starter, correct? Okay. So
I think he's a starter because of the other two guys that are in that position. That's why I'm saying he's a starter.
Who had a better game than him?
I wouldn't say particularly any of them had a great game.
My PFF.
So then we got it.
PFF is not a great grade for O-line.
That Nitro, I agree with you.
They are not a good grade.
Nitro, I agree with you on. That Nitro, I agree.
No, they are not a good grade.
Right.
Look, I'm realistic when it comes to this. Like everyone's gonna say, well, he played better than all of them. That's not saying a lot.
Well, it is if you're saying cut him. It is.
Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. If you're saying that's, and this is not a shot at UB. What I'm saying is like the Carolina line, right? No. The reason I'm bringing it up is because no one knows the Carolina Panthers better than him on this panel, correct? Okay, and we all saw that the defenders were taking cheap shots at their quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? The O-line was just giving a pressure, sack, and they were getting late hits, everything else, and they weren't even like defending him. Nothing, right? Mm-hmm. If you were the best on that line that day, does that really matter if all of you were still putrid? Seriously. And that's when I'm coming from when it comes to Ben Cleveland. There's multiple times
that don't make any sense.
Hold on.
To be honest, that don't make sense.
Well, how's that not make sense?
The problem that I'm sorry, Chris. You go ahead.
No, go ahead, B. It's your team. Go ahead.
No. I'm not going to defend what they did. I'm just saying that we know that there are good O-linemen on the Ravens O-line. We know that Ronnie Stanley is a very good O-lineman. We know that Tyler Linderbaum's a good O-lineman. We know that Kevin Zeitler's a good O-lineman. So him being the best of the Ravens O-line does mean something. Now, I mean, obviously, this is a preseason game. Zeitler didn't play at all, if I'm right.
Yeah, Ronnie didn't play either, right?
Right.
None of them guys did.
Right. But what I'm saying is it does matter in terms of, like Coach was saying, these guys are they're trying to lock down the jobs, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
If you're the best of the group that's trying to break into that starting lineup, it does matter. Because like Coach is alluding to, you can't say, hey, he's not where we would like him to be, so let's put in Saleh, who is a 5th, 6th round rookie who can't block anybody. Because we're not happy with where Ben Cleveland is. Like they mentioned with Ben Powers, Bradley Bozeman, this is what happens with O-linemen. It takes a long time to develop. It's a very difficult transition from college to the pros. There's not as much talent on the O-line as there is in other positions, particularly when you start looking at the defensive linemen. So like when they first come in, they're going to be behind even backup defensive linemen. There's more talent at that position than there is for backup O-linemen. They're really difficult to find. They're really difficult to coach. They have to play together as a unit. It's just a hard thing to do. So,
I get all of that.
I mean, so Ben Cleveland's been in going into his 3rd or 4th year. This is where you would want to see him kind of take that next step and if he's going to be a good player. Now, whether he looks a certain way in practice or not, I mean, obviously that's going to kind of determine where he slides in for these preseason games, but playing the games means more. It just does.
There's a play.
The thing is, I'm sorry, Nitro. Tomorrow and Wednesday will say a lot for Ben Cleveland. Tomorrow and Wednesday will say a lot. Because the thing is, it's one spot open on that line. And all these guys we see on this screen right now are battling for that one spot. One. And last year, we were in the same boat. Everybody that played in the preseason were battling for that spot. Ben Powers weren't good in the preseason.
Right. We've been in that boat since what's his name left?
Yonda.
Marshall Yonda. We've been in that boat since 2019.
but they all looked bad all through the offseason, and then Ben Powers had a good season.
Right. Yeah, he had a decent season.
Yeah. And then, like somebody mentioned that he's now one of the highest paid guards out there because he just happened to, I guess, mature is the right word at the right time. And all I'm saying is he's the best of what to me. I don't know what goes on in practice that we can't see, but looking at the film that we got, he's the best of the rest, I guess.
But see, look, I hear Nitro. Y'all not hear what Nitro's really saying. EDC's got to go. That's really what you're saying, Nitro.
Go ahead, Nitro.
Listen,
I agree 1,000%.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna grade him harder because these guys, like I said, I'm not expecting too much from
him.
My eyes
him
are on
EDC
him.
or him Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Okay.
And there's even plays, even when he's blocking his body. Like if you've been around O-line and you've taught it, so you should already know this. Bad form when your body's slanted to about a 30-degree angle because you're just like this, feet out like a duck.
His form is
so all of those things is what and he does it multiple times in this game. If you keep playing, if you keep playing
the way he walks is awkward. Like his big. You probably can't see the way he walks is awkward for an athlete. Yeah. It's so his blocking position is awkward, but the way he compensates for it because he's strong as a house. So I agree with you, Nitro. His positioning is funny.
But what I'm saying is it's not just the look, because if you're getting the job done, but your aesthetics are ugly, I don't care. The job gets done. The problem is that if you look at previous tape on him, the mistakes that he made are technique based, and that he's also as stiff as a steel rod. So all those things, I'm not seeing that getting any better on any of the plays. That most of the time when he's leaning out like this, when he's actually playing against people that could play, they swim right under him to get a straight shot at our QB. Now, here's the thing. People will defend him and come to his, he's the best we have until he gets one of our guys injured, and then it's get him off the team. No, I'm proactive in it. That's all I'm doing.
But you're being proactive by saying put the worst old lineman in first.
No. What I'm saying Coach, is that his play is putrid. Look, if you don't have to agree, that's fine. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at his technique. I'm looking where his hands are. All those things. I don't like what I'm seeing. And if it's showing up in preseason, you're darn well sure it's going to show up in regular season, and it's going to be a problem.
Okay,
and it's going to halt plays. It's going to halt drives. It's going to get one of our guys hurt. I'm sticking to that.
Yeah, that was my question. That was my question. Nitro, same question Jose said. What's your solution?
Pray. No, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to. At the first, I wanted to bring in another guard. I thought that they were going to do that. I thought that they were going to keep. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought they were going to. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were going to, simply because he's been playing that bad. Yeah. Like there was a time, I don't even know if do y'all remember where he couldn't even pass the workout test, whatever it's called, the conditioning test. He couldn't even. Yeah, like I'm not making none of this up. So I look at that and I'm saying I thought that they would have had a time when they said, you know what, we want him to be here, probably shelf him, keep him down somewhere else, and then see if he can get there. But let's bring somebody in because your big money player is Lamar. Let's make no mistake about it. If you have a player that's making that much, you have to protect them. And I don't want to hear no excuses after this season, especially when we've seen Kansas City remake their line in. How quick? Wasn't it one offseason?
I agree, but that's exactly why I say EDC is the problem. He's the real problem.
Oh, yeah, but he's EDC, not going nowhere. Listen, him and the owner is like this.
EDC may be a problem, but Ben Cleveland was a John Harbaugh pick. So
they both got to go. You already know how I feel about.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, just in the sense of him, just in the sense of Ben Cleveland getting the opportunity to start. That's one of John Harbaugh's guys.
But what's the solution on the roster? That's what
I want to get to the solution. If Cutting being Cleveland if Cutting being Cleveland is
and I don't even like not to cut you off. I don't even like Ben Cleveland. I think that motherfucker sucks. But he had a good game on Saturday. Let's call a spade because he did have a good game.
Watch this, Chris. Look at the entire left side. Don't forget Ben Cleveland on this.
I don't want to.
No, forget Ben Cleveland on this play. Look at Salah. Look at Salah and look at Falele on this play.
His hands were just
look at Salah and Falele on this play. Look at both of them.
His hands were terrible.
Look at both of them.
Yeah.
I always say that's his biggest problem is his hands. His hands is ugh. But even though he can move, though, my thing is he's not using his hands properly. With Ben Cleveland, he can't move well. and his hands, and he takes bad position. And a lot of times,
Ben Cleveland look good on this one.
You got it done there.
Ben Cleveland look good on this one.
But Nitro, who's the better blocker right now?
John Simpson.
Oh man,
That's the problem, though. That's the problem.
And once again, I get it. Yeah. That's the problem. And you're saying, well, what do we do? Get rid of the guy and then put somebody worse in? Look, I don't know the answer. I'm not paid to build the team. If I was, I wouldn't be in that problem. Because I wouldn't draft no one with the last name Cleveland, and I'm in Baltimore. That's number one. But whatever, you know what I'm saying. But this is the bed that they made, and now we got to lay in it. Listen. Just because he had a couple good plays, like I said before, I concentrate more when it comes to his technique.
38 out of 43 good plays
because he's going to be playing. He's going to be playing against opposite starters who will target him, and now he's not going to have so much as the run game.
Whoever's going to be in the left guard spot, they're going to get targeted. Whoever it is, they're going to get targeted. Whether it's Salah, whether it's Simpson, whether it's Mikari, they're going to get targeted. No matter whoever it happened to everybody. It happened to Bozeman against the Chargers. Mm-hmm. It happened to Powers the multiple times that he was there before he got good. Whoever is going to be in that left guard spot, that's going to be the weak link that the defensive coordinators are going to try to expose.
And early in the year, they tried to do our center like that until he showed them that he was about their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Linderbaum. Yeah, of course. But he's a rookie, so you're going to test him. Mm-hmm. That's why anything you're going to test to see how far you can go, and then it goes how it goes. But
all of you guys are wrong. You all got the question wrong. The answer is Patrick Ricard.
But they tried him out too.
I forgot about that.
And I skipped a bunch of plays. I skipped 4 plays because we pushing out right here. This is obviously the one that he
got blown the ball.
Oh boy, got blew up on. Yeah. But I will tell you this, and I said this during the film. This dude right here, this dude right here.
That's Jalen Carter, right?
Yes. He is going to do this to a lot more people than Ben Cleveland. I don't care what people tell you. This dude was by far the best player in the draft. Better than CJ Stroud, better than Anthony Richardson, better than Bijan. He was better than anybody in this draft by far. If it wasn't for the wreck,
what be say?
Don't say it.
Better than Bryce. Listen,
I already heard it because listen, I was in a chat. I was on a chat the other day, and they said they couldn't believe that they let him drop to the Eagles. So
he's gonna do this a lot. At Ben Cleveland's best, he's gonna be an average O lineman. At Jalen Carter's best, average? Maybe that's his ceiling. His ceiling is average. At Jalen Carter's ceiling, it could be Hall of Fame.
Jerome Brown, Reggie White.
This is a war daddy right here.
Mm-hmm.
This dude right here.
Everything I said specifically, I negated that because everyone was saying it was one bad play, and I was going to where his technique, and I specifically said that in the video, his technique. So if you listen all the way through, I think what I'm saying. A lot of times I'm speaking because I'm so animated. People jump over the words that I'm saying. But technique is when it comes to Ben Cleveland is what I hang my hat on, and I don't like his technique. I think it's horrible. It's trash, and it gets him into bad predicaments, especially in pass pro, which has reared its head in the past. And I didn't see any of it being rectified. Now, did he play whatever compared? No, I didn't think he played great at all. I didn't think he played great. I just think, he played bad. They all played bad, but he was better than all the rest of them. So I guess that's something that some people will say. But going forward, do you trust him?
Well, I don't think they all play bad.
When there's a competition, you take the best one because it's the whole point of competition.
I don't think Falele play bad.
But once again, like I said, so do you think he's the answer at that position?
Compared to what we have right now on the roster, yes, he's the best one that we have right now on the roster.
I know it's
Solid didn't impress me. Simpson didn't impress me.
I think this week is going to tell a lot about what that position is going to entail because we're going against the commies, and their D line is nasty. So,
and your man, go ahead, Endo. My bad.
Oh no, I was just going to say your man is, he's going to prove his weight in salt. You know,
and they got a deep defensive line. So we know that just like the Eagles. So they're going to get tested again, and we'll see. And like I said, for the record, I do not like Ben Cleveland.
I don't think anybody here loves Ben Cleveland.
I hated that pick. I wanted what's the hillbilly from Denver?
Rising.
No, not Rising.
Oh, Cody Munch.
No. Damn CTE. No, Quinn Miners. That's who I wanted them to draft.
I know you're talking about.
And he's been starting for the Broncos, and what Ben Cleveland been doing.
Right.
So
now I'm going hard for Ben Cleveland, but like I said, I'm not like a Ben Cleveland stan. I just want I personally want the best player in the position, and I can only go off what I see. So I ain't like a stan and like. But he's
not even getting first.
He ain't James Prochet for me. So that my affair with James Prochet ain't for Ben Cleveland. I just want the best person up there. So, but it was an interesting. This was interesting, and I appreciate you, Nitro, for coming on and defending your point. I feel like you defended it to the well, and I feel like and the thing is with this, it ain't no hard feelings. We're gonna still do our Call of Duty thing and collaborate on what we did. I ain't got no ill will for you, and what you say?
We about to light you up.
You be on the same team.
We'll shoot in the back of the head.
Nah,
we be on the same team.
No, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm just a pessimist when it comes to this line. We've got a guy injured multiple times, and that's where I stand on. Like, I don't want to hear no excuses this year. And I know there's always excuses. There's always coping or purple coping. So per-oping when it comes to this fan base. And I be looking at them like, bro, like, we already said this, you knew. You know what I mean? Like, there was a whole bunch of that when Villanueva was here.
But I will say this, Nitro.
We got him.
Like Ryan Stanley can miss a block on Joey Bosa and a quarterback can get hurt. It could be from anybody. It don't necessarily have to be from the sorry person. It could be from any one. And Ryan Stanley can play 75 snaps and miss one block, and the quarterback can get hurt.
I know.
So it can like you said, this one play that one play where Jalen Carter did the move, that could be the play. Go ahead. Hold on.
I'm sorry. You think the O-line as a whole is going to be bad? The whole unit?
I know B.
Just one side.
Ronnie Stanley. I'm asking because Ronnie Stanley, we all think Ronnie Stanley is going to be fine, right?
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be straight.
You got Tyler
Linderbaum season.
Yeah,
Linderbaum, I believe he'll be better. Yeah,
and we still got
Zeitler.
So 3 out of our 5 we feel good about, right? It's just the other 2, but a good scheme can help mask some of that stuff. I don't think we're gonna be like we were 2 years ago, right? I think we will be solid to good, and if we can get some good play out of the right side over there, we'll be even better. So I don't know. I'm a little more optimistic than you are, right? I don't. This is that Villanueva year. You guys already know how I feel about Child.
Yeah, he was horrible. Now that was a turnstile, but I want to start it back up. up. Nitro, for those that don't know, let the people know where to find your channel and your socials and all that good stuff.
You can find me on YouTube doing my thing, chilling. Twitter, Nitro_Quantum. Once again, thanks for having me up. Definitely got to do it again.
No doubt.
Yeah. But YouTube every day, two episodes a day. Yeah, 2 episodes a day. So
cool. And hang on, don't go away yet. Hendo.
Yes, sir. You can find me at the Rogue Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. It's the Rogue Pod. TikTok. I do a live show every Friday at 6 p.m. I also do a live show every Sunday at 8 p.m. if I feel like it. Can't guarantee it, but football's starting up, so I guess we're gonna get back in the swing of things. So yeah, you can also find me every Tuesday at 8 p.m. doing a live stream with my man, Mr. Galloway, on Electric Relaxation, talking all things hip hop. It's mostly old school. We have a very special guest coming up tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in 8 p.m.
Got a question. I know I said I wanted to do my 10. I still want to do it.
Okay.
I can't do it Friday because I'm going to a football game. So when can I?
I did?
When can I record? Yeah.
So all you got.
I want to do it, but I want it to be on y'all channel because it's y'all thing. So
anybody can do it. Just send me a recording and I'll put it.
So just record it and send it to you.
Record your top 10 favorite hip hop videos of all time. Send it to me and I'll throw it on there.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. I do that way before. I do it Thursday because I don't have no double shows and stuff. I do it Thursday and I'll get it to you. All right, Chris.
Football season is back. So the Deep Cover Pod is back. We're gonna be recording tomorrow night, so that should be out on Wednesday. Me, Mike Crawford, Kerry Stevenson. We're gonna be breaking down the whole first preseason game. So look out for that on Wednesday.
Gotcha. Deep Cover Pod. Jose B.
All right. Yes, we are the Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live show every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Overtime Show, which you can find on our Patreon at patreon.com/LBHT show. Also, if you're into boxing, we got a little boxing podcast with our brother OTR Mike. Okay. As Mikey would say, it's only the best boxing podcast out there, Ring Kings podcast. All right. Make sure you check that out. We are overdue for our pound for pound list. So we're going to get that out to you guys soon. Speaking of
changes in that thing, huh?
Huh?
There's be some changes in that thing, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be a few. Speaking of OTR Mike, who's in the chat, check out Open Mic with OTR Mike. That is the podcast where the mic is open for any discussion, no matter what it is, who it is, or where it is. All right, and we were talking earlier. He's got a couple of topics that he's working on, so be on the lookout. Make sure you guys are subscribed to everybody here. All right. And keep supporting.
Hey, y'all know where to find me because you're already here. If you have not subscribed to the second channel, that's More Sip the Talent. Please go over there and do that. That channel is for who, Hendo?
Streets.
The Streets with a K. So the other 31 teams are covered over there on More Sip the Talent. Please go do so. If you have not hit the like button, please hit that like button on your way out. Great show tonight, fellas. I appreciate you, Nitro, for coming on and defending your Ben Cleveland piece, doing it with eloquence and grace, and I brought out a side of you that I did not know was in you. I never heard Nitro say a curse word, and it came out, and I like it. I like that sound.
I didn't swear.
Yes, you did.
No, you can go back to tape. I never swore.
Yes, you did. I will run it back. Yes, you did. I appreciate it.
Okay. Speaking of swearing, you got anything to say, B?
Oh, wow. I was like that. I mean, ideas, just one thing. It's nice to see. This is like kind of my favorite time of the year. It's nice to see that the dedication to having the best 35 to 70 players, that area of the roster for the Ravens is working out yet again with their 24th straight preseason victory. Hopefully they'll be able to keep that going.
Mute him.
Since it clearly matters much more than, like Nitro was saying, than protecting their franchise quarterback or winning games in January.
But he ain't lying. Because why would Snoop play in the second?
I'm not lying either.
Be protect your quarterback.
Hey, right.
We took him out the game.
Right. Because like Nitro said, y'all quarterback.
Nobody cared Matt Corral.
Hey, they was coming off the top rope on y'all quarterback.
Nobody cared Matt Corral.
Hey, y'all quarterback got swanton bombed.
Damn.
Our quarterback has played 100% of his possible games so far, though, in his career.
Y'all quarterback don't have no NFL stats.
How about y'all, though?
He ain't got no NFL stats.
How many games did Lamar miss?
Your quarterback's wearing youth helmets.
He missed his game.